how do you stay in your center when life just kind of throws you a lot of,
Mhm.
I don't know, challenging things?
Right,
How do you stay in that center?
right, right. Well, the key probably, first of all, is to have a center, right?
Right, right.
Because, you hear a lot, I want to stay centered. And then, but if you ask somebody, well, what is your center?
Right. So
Oh,
knowing what your center is.
there you go. That's really valuable.
Mhm.
And that center can be just so, the value to it is that then we can experience the extremes of life and not be, lost in them, not to be, taken away in that experience. And it's trying to find ourselves. We're often trying to find ourselves in the experiences of life. And rather than already have a deep sense of who we are through our meditative practices, through our beautiful, courageous conversations with friends and family, and through our practices of awareness. That when we can really have that core center, then we can have the experiences of the life, the highs, the successes, the lows, the failures. You can have all those and not believe that that's who we are. So the analogy I like to use is, I call it the through line of truth. What is my truth? Not trying to discover my truth out there in the world, but really knowing my truth within. That through line of truth is like if I'm climbing a big, beautiful rock face, and it's like life. It's scary. It's exposed. I'm about to embark on this scary thing called life. So if I'm climbing that, then I will find a crack. I will find something I can actually anchor into. So I'm climbing this beautiful crack, and I'll take anchor pieces and I'll put them in that crack, and I'll make sure they're solid. So I'm making sure that my relationship to self is really solid. So I'll put in that anchor piece, I'll run my rope through it, and now I can go exploring. Now I can say, well, okay, maybe the climb goes this way. Let me go with the cat. It looks kind of scary. This is kind of hard. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I might fall. And then I go, oh, that's all right. It's okay if I fall, because I really know who I am. I'm anchored to the truth of who I am. So let me take this experience and risk and put myself out there and be vulnerable, and maybe I'll fall. That's okay. I'm going to be caught by my truth. All right? So that's having that beautiful anchor line, that through line of solidity. No, I know who I am. And now I can go exploring in life and not get lost in the experiences because they don't define me.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So to imagine kind of that sine wave. This is what life does. We all know this is what life does. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that we just stay very tightly constrained to this. Nope, this is my truth, and this is what I'm sticking to, and I'm also going to stay close to it. We're tethered to. We just have an anchor line to it, and we have leeway. We have flexibility. We can go play, mm-hmm. But we know that we have some tethered, aspect of truth in our lives, because, if you look at if you're in the hospital and your thing is going boop, boop, that's good. It's mm-hmm. good. You're alive. Mm-hmm. If it goes, that's
good.
That ain't a good thing, right? So, we want to be able to play in that space, but knowing that we do have a center line that we can be anchored to.
But still having that flexibility and being able to go back to that truth.
Some people in the analogy is sailing. That you have your true north, you have your heading that you're heading on. And then once you have that, you can tack back and forth with the wind, wherever the wind's blowing. But you don't just let the wind carry you off in this direction, you come back to your center line. Mm-hmm. But you are flexible, and you are playing around it as you're moving toward what you really know you need to move toward. Yeah. And we find that through presence, right? Through present courageous conversations, through exploration, through journaling, through meditation, through our art forms, anything that gets us out of the mind and into what feels true.
It feels like just trusting your own truth.
The through line of trust. Yeah.